Oh, how are you guys? This is Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and I am coming to you live from my parents' house. I'm visiting them for the week, but I obviously wanted to share our card for the week this week. And this week, I am pulling from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I actually thought I was going to be getting Kyle Gray's new deck on Wednesday when I got here, and unfortunately, there was some issues with the shipping, so yeah, don't have it. But it's all good because we're going back to my favorite deck ever, The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And the card that we got was the Peace card this week. What? Peace. Which is perfect because yesterday or the day before was like the International Day of Peace. And, obviously, who doesn't want more peace in their life, right? But the key to having peace in your life is radically accepting. And let me just tell you guys, I had no idea what radical acceptance meant before, like probably I would say like the end of last year, somebody had told me like you need to radically accept your situation, and I was like, what does that mean? And obviously I purchased Tara Brock's book called Radical Acceptance because I was like, I really need to know what the heck this concept means. And radical acceptance is twofold. First, we accept things as they are right now, not trying to change them, not trying to make our situation better, or to rebel against it, but just accepting the situation that is at hand. Like, okay, yeah, this is where I'm at right now, and being accepting of that, right? And the second part of that process is having compassion and non-judgment about where you are. So in those situations where you feel like maybe you caused yourself to get into this situation, or you feel like maybe somebody else caused you to get into the situation, instead of judging them or judging the situation, judging yourself, you literally show love to yourself and say, what in me got myself into the situation, or what in me allowed this person to steer me, and love that part of yourself, because obviously it was something in you that felt the need to allow this situation to happen. So when we can recognize what it is and then love ourselves through it, that's when we see the greatest change, and that's when we experience the peace that really surpasses all understanding. And that's what the card is about this week. It's really about accepting what is and being at peace with what is, and just knowing like there's going to be a sense of contentment this week. So if you are feeling out of sorts, if you're feeling anxious and you want to have that peace, I would say just take a step, take a moment to just hold yourself in, a meditative state. Like, hold yourself in a state where you're just still, and allow yourself to breathe in and breathe out, and really be mindful with those breaths, and accept what is happening for you right then, what is going on with you. Accept the fact that you feel the way you feel, that you're anxious, that you're upset, that you're disappointed. Accept that about yourself, and then love that part of yourself that's feeling that way, instead of judging yourself and saying, no, I shouldn't feel this way, or I need to get it together. Like, no, love yourself in that moment, and then you will experience that peace. Obviously this is one of my, like I said, favorite decks. You can see my book's pretty worn here. But I wanted to share too that right now Colette has opened up Oracle School, and that's where I learned to use this deck for purposes of transformation for myself, as well as help others to transform through the use of this deck. And I highly, highly recommend Oracle School to anybody out there that is intrigued by Oracle cards, or has ever thought, hey, I would like to learn how to read those, or I would like to, get into more of a routine. I want to add this as part of my toolbox. This is the class for you. It is not a card reader course. This is not a course where you take it to go out and read for other people. I mean, there are definitely people in the course that do that, and there are definitely people in the course that were doing that before they even came to the course. It's for everybody, but this course, this school is completely different. It's literally 8 weeks of learning how to use the cards for yourself to help you get to the heart of the things that you need to work on for yourself. And so in doing those things, if you show up and you do the work, you end up changing. You change who you are as a person. Things start shifting in your life. For me personally, and I shared this on Colette's live on Saturday morning, when I showed up for this, when I put my, heart out there to say, like, this is what I desire. I desire to serve. And I desire to work on me, because I know this, where I'm at as an attorney, full-time attorney, is not really where I want to be. Like, I really want to be doing something more meaningful, at least meaningful to me, in my life. I started using the cards, and that was the overarching intention. And over the course of a little over a year, I transitioned out, left my job in June, am now, working from home, doing spiritual teaching, literally able to freaking come visit my parents for 2 weeks and not be like pressed about like, oh my God, like, are people freaking out that I'm not at work, or oh my God, like, I gotta get back home. Like, I literally bought my ticket to go back home after I got here, and like, it was just kind of like, yeah, like, when should I go back? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'll go then. Like, it was literally something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have that freedom. I've always wanted to experience that type of peace in my life, being at peace with what I'm doing, and like, wanting, kind of crafting like how I want to show up and how I want to serve in the world. And like, now I'm finally able to do that. And every day I still pull these cards, because I get anxiety too. I get anxious. I get nervous about things. I wonder, like, where's that next paycheck coming from? Especially now that I'm out on my own, I still, it's a common everyday worry. But the cards give me such hope, and they guide me each step of the way, along with Spirit, which is my partner, which I am constantly reminded of as I use these cards. And all of that stuff, all of that going to Spirit and like pulling those cards every day, all of that I learned in Oracle School. And I never would have done that, never would have known how to use these cards in this way had I not gone to Oracle School. It was the best investment I've ever made in myself. It is the most transformational course I've ever taken, and I've taken quite a few, but it's the most transformational course. And I say it is the most transformational only because it is something that I continue to do even while I'm not in school. We just graduated from our second level in June, and I became a certified Oracle guide, and I started helping people. I started doing group coaching with people to teach them like in the way that I use the cards now. But again, the foundation was set through Colette, and I cannot recommend her course enough. So if you have thought about it, if you've wanted to do it, I say go for it. The link is in my bio if you want to check it out. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great one. Be at peace this week. Bye.